What's up everybody, it's CJ, and I'm back with another Pleasantville renovation video. So today, we're going to be furnishing the Snowflower Bookstore and Cafe. I have been super excited to furnish this lot for a while now, because when I first saw it and I saw the name, I was like, this is already kind of giving me ideas. I was like, ooh, maybe I could make it into like a wintry cafe. So that's kind of what we're doing today. It's not so much Christmassy. There are some Christmas decorations on this lot, but it's mainly like a wintry cafe. I feel like if anything, they put the like Christmassy stuff up during, Christmas time, and then the other times of the year is more so just, just regular wintry, if that makes sense. So it took me a while to kind of figure out what I wanted to do in here. The lot itself is interestingly shaped, so like we have like a lot of weird bump outs, and like the rooms are kind of like not that big. Some of the rooms are small, some of them are bigger than the others, so I didn't really know what I wanted to do in here. So starting off, I know I wanted to kind of use this wallpaper with the paneling at the bottom and like the little wallpaper in the middle, and then I was also kind of inspired by some of the brick outside of the lot, so I was like, maybe I can kind of use that in here for like an accent wall. So you'll see that downstairs, mainly in the bathroom and in the storage room. I don't really think I've used it upstairs that much though, but I really wanted to kind of have like some accent walls in here to kind of bring in some more color, Now this is around the time of the video when I was just like, oh, we actually have like a coffee shop object in The Sims 3. I always call it the Sweet Treat Register, and I never learned the official name. I think it's a coffee bar, I think, but I've never learned the official name. I feel like I sometimes kind of confuse people because I always say, oh, it's the Sweet Treat Register, but like, no, I think it's a coffee bar. I just call it that because it has like sweet treats that you can buy, like cakes, brownies, that kind of thing. But yeah, so I used that in here instead. Now this lot is also, I guess, supposed to be or intended to be a bookstore, but the thing is, this world actually has a library, so I think what I'm gonna do when I furnish that one is it'll be a library, but I'll put the bookstore rabbit hole down on it. That way it'll kind of function as a dual purpose kind of lot. I could have made it work on this lot, obviously, but I wanted to kind of make the bookstore and the library more so on the same line, if that makes sense. So I didn't really like put a rabbit hole rug down here. So all of this is just strictly a coffee house or a cafe. I was trying to get super creative, y'all, about what kind of objects to use, because The Sims 3 doesn't really have that many like wintry objects. I mean, yeah, we have like some holiday Christmassy stuff, but there's not like a lot of just purely winter, like snow or cold kind of objects. So I was trying to get creative, so I knew that I kind of wanted to use this buffet table. However, I didn't have room for it, and I ended up not using it. But I also came across those lights from Ambitions, and if you look kind of close enough, they kind of look like they could be icicles, like hanging from something. So I put a couple of those in here, and then I was trying to like go for some more like clear-ish tables. So I found these from the Showtime pack. I also ended up using the chairs from Showtime as well, just to kind of pair with it. And I was trying to like make sure that this area downstairs wasn't too cluttered, because I didn't want Sims to not be able to kind of like go through. I wanted downstairs to be more so like, you could come just sit, get a coffee, and leave if you want to, get something to eat maybe. And then upstairs, I feel like maybe students from the high school, or maybe like college students or whoever, maybe they can go upstairs to kind of chill out. So downstairs is more like businessy, I guess, and then upstairs is more chill space, if that makes sense. Also, you saw that I was trying to use that holiday tree. That's like one of the only Christmassy objects that I kind of like set out for us to use. I was really not trying to use a lot of store content, and all of the wintry stuff, like those snowflake decals, the holiday tree, some of the other stuff you'll see like the presents, all of that is free on the Sims 3 store, so hopefully that'll be more accessible. Like I said in a lot of these videos, I'm trying not to use a lot of store content this time around, because I know not everyone owns all the store, and sometimes it can kind of be hard to kind of figure out what's what. So I was like, maybe if I don't use that much stuff from the store, it won't be as bad. So I was also trying to like think about what other things you would see in a cafe. So I was like, maybe we can have like a nice sign outside. So I have one that has like a coffee cup on it, then I have like another neon sign. I had to turn on move objects to kind of get this one to go on the corner of the building. I think those like columns were in the way, so I had to like turn on move objects and like just move it over to the side. I honestly didn't really have to do any landscaping for this build either. This lot is already on the edge of the world, so I didn't really have to like do anything, and the lot itself isn't really that big either. Around this time, I realized that I was not recording when I thought I was. This room right here is like the storage room, so as you can see, we do have like some wintry objects like little presents and little decorations. I feel like they kind of put the stuff away, like the owners or the employees, they put that stuff away when it's not like Christmas time, and then when it is, they can kind of like take stuff out. And then I ended up putting like some of those bookshelves in an L shape just to kind of function as like, you know, a clutter shelf where they just kind of put stuff, store stuff. It is technically a bookshelf, but I don't think your Sims can use it. I ended up putting a bookshelf, and you can see it right now, so that way if your Sims needed to use one for something, you can actually use one that's, you know, functional. But moving on, this room over here is the bathroom. So this room is probably like the biggest one in the whole entire lot, probably. So I knew that I had a lot of space to kind of like make this look really nice. So I ended up using some blue wallpaper. I also put some blue white tile down here as well. I used the countertops from the Ambitions pack. I kind of lined them up against the wall, and then I wanted to use those snowflake decals. Honestly, I had kind of debated on if I wanted to replace the windows on this lot with the ones from University, because those are kind of wide and you can kind of like put the sticker decals to kind of be like snowflakes in the window. But then I was like, no, I don't think I want to do that, so I'll just put them in the bathroom instead. I have them on the left side of the wall for right now, but I end up moving them, and then I knew that I had to use this snowflake mirror, y'all. Somewhere I had to put it. So I ended up moving these windows on the wall where the snowflakes are, because this room for one didn't have any windows, and I was like, we need some natural light. I put a bunch of bathroom stalls over here alongside this wall. As you can see, it was kind of hard to kind of place everything, and then I ended up moving those snowflakes. Yeah, I moved them like over here, so we have like snowflakes kind of in the corner by the sink. Basically, I ended up deleting some of these extra windows, and I ended up putting more mirrors in here too. I never really use these snowflake mirror things. Like, they're not my favorite object in The Sims 3, but I thought it kind of worked for this kind of build, you know. But honestly, I kind of want to know, y'all, if you celebrate Christmas, right? When do you start setting up your decorations for Christmas? Because for me, I feel like my family always starts around like Thanksgiving or like right after Thanksgiving. So like, what about you? Because I debated on making this lot more Christmassy like, because I was like, oh, I could put like a bunch of wreaths and like a lot of other things up, and I was like, maybe not, because it's maybe a little bit too early, because I'm filming this video like the 5th of November, so I'm like, it's kind of just November, so I was like, maybe it's a little bit too early to go all out with Christmas stuff. So if you celebrate, when do you or your family usually start setting up decorations? Is it December, or do you start in November? I really want to know. I know like a lot of stores in America, at least in America, have already started to set out Christmas decorations, so like, yeah, let me know. I'm curious. But anyway, we are now upstairs, y'all. So for the upstairs portion, this is more like the little chill spot, and I know, y'all, I feel like this tree is kind of breaking my rule, but I really wanted to use this holiday tree in here. I did recolor it, and I also like made the light a little dim so it's not as bright in the corner, but I knew I wanted to kind of have this be like a chill spot, so I was like, maybe I can put a couple of sectionals up here. I ended up using the one from the Showtime pack, and I recolored it, and I kind of just put it in the corner. I forgot where those coffee tables come from. They might be, I think, late night, I want to say, but I ended up using that small circular coffee table, and then I was trying to clutter up this space as best I could, because I was like, what else could I put up here? So I was like, maybe I could put a computer desk. So if you want to kind of like save on space with a computer desk or something like that, if you use a regular table versus an actual desk object, you can fit 2 computers on a table. So instead of us having like a computer desk, I ended up using one of the tables from the base game, and I was able to slot 2 computers there, and then I had 2 chairs. So yeah, that's like, I feel like sometimes I kind of forget about that too, but yeah, you can slot computers to tables in The Sims 3. Maybe if you need to kind of like save some space, you can kind of do that. So that's what I did up here. I ended up using the computers from the base game though. Oh, and I also put a TV up here too, because I was like, what else could we use? I was gonna put a fireplace, but I was like, I think I ran out of space. Like, if this building was a little bit bigger, then I probably would have put a fireplace up here, but you know, we can just settle for a tree, you know. I also put some blinds in here, and I'm using the Sims 3 tool mod to kind of lower these down a little bit. If you download this lot, you don't have to have the mod installed, but I just like to use it to kind of like lower and raise up certain objects, because normally you can't really do it in The Sims 3 like you can in The Sims 4. So I kind of wanted to kind of like lower these blinds down a little bit. But yeah, this is what I was telling y'all. I was trying to like save some space, so I ended up using 2 of these computers from the base game. I used the chairs from the pets pack, because I figured, you know, maybe if you're studying, or even if you need to use a computer, you can just come here to do it. Again, this lot is at the far end of the world, so maybe your Sims might live closer to town, so maybe you could just go to the library or something like that. But if you do happen to live on this part of the world and you need a computer for something and your Sims don't have one, you can always kind of come here to use it, you know? I also wanted to put these really big bookshelves up here. I had to like move objects to kind of move them into each other, and I figured that it was gonna probably be annoying. I knew that Sims were gonna probably want to use that bookshelf and just would not be able to, and probably get reset with NRAWs. So I deleted the bookshelves and I ended up putting the small one from the base game because I was like, that might make more sense for like gameplay, you know? But that's pretty much it for this room. I did go back off camera just to kind of add some more like, you know, clutter, like some little like wall decorations and stuff like that, but that's pretty much it for this room. And then all that's left is this little outdoor like patio kind of section. It's like a rooftop balcony kind of section. So for up here, I just wanted to put some more seating. So I have the same tables from downstairs. I couldn't find them when I was recording, but I was looking for these table umbrellas and I did not know what pack they were in, and come to find out they came with Island Paradise, so I should have just sorted by that pack. But I did go back and put some table umbrellas over the tables, and then I was trying to like figure out what else I could put outside, like that would kind of just make sense for gameplay. So I was like, maybe since, you know, the kind of vibe I'm trying to give off is like a little study lounge area upstairs, I was like, maybe I could put some buzzberry and some midnight bean. I think I also put lavender, I want to say, growing out of planter boxes, because I was like, maybe your Sims might need a little pick-me-up to kind of stay awake. I mean, they are at a coffee shop, but, you know, free midnight bean, I guess. Yeah, so I did put like a couple of harvestables up here too, but that's pretty much it, y'all, for the entire lot. It didn't take that long to furnish, but I'm really glad I actually did, because I have been thinking about this lot for a while now, so I was like, let me just go ahead and do it today, you know? But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this video. If you want to download this lot, I am going to leave it linked down below. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this one, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Be sure to stick around for the screenshots. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this one, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye! Thanks for watching!